But what's up guys, JMate here and welcome back to the football season. It is finally back and I cannot be more happier. I know we obviously had the Euros this summer, so it sort of didn't fully stop. But then obviously like the last sort of month when Euros hasn't been going on, it's not been the best of times, has it really? But last weekend we obviously when I say we, I do mean Man United, we won the Community Shield, and this weekend just gone, the Barclays Premier League was back and we were able to pick up a 3-1 victory in Mourinho's first game as our manager in the Premier League. Now, the first half wasn't amazing. I'm pretty sure most people can agree with that. We did dominate the possession. But especially in the first half, Bournemouth showed great energy. Like, they were literally on us like a fly on shit, weren't they, pretty much? They just pressed so high in their midfield. I think we played a 4-2-3-1. They sort of played with 3 in the middle, so they always had that extra sort of person, which I think Fellaini and Herrera actually dealt with quite well. And obviously Rooney and what's his name? Ibrahimovic. How could I forget his name? He's even on the back of my shirt. Look, I don't know if you can see that properly, but he's there. One of them was always dropping in. Rooney started in the number 10 role, and I think that's the way we will line up. Obviously not with like the exact players, but the 4-2-3-1. I think when Ibrahimovic is 100% fit, he will play. And I mean, Rashford will be an absolute gem to come off the bench because he's absolutely rapid. And I mean, he showed that he can score goals. So, yeah, I genuinely think he will, he won't be shut out this season, but he might not start as many games. But I wouldn't mind that because obviously Ibrahimovic showed yesterday, and he showed already in the games that he has played what, he can give to the team and what he's still got. So with that being said, I've gone completely off topic. So Bournemouth showed great energy, fair play to them. They've obviously had a very good pre-season, unlike us. And yeah, they were just constantly in our faces. I mean, they had the 2 wide players, King and Ibe. I felt they were taking too long on the ball. Jordan Ibe sometimes when he got the ball, I don't know if he was just trying to impress because he got that 15 million price tag on him, but he was just taking far too long on the ball. Like, he sometimes taking like more than 10 touches on the ball. It was just, there was no need for it. Just get it, look up. If there wasn't a pass on, like I said, they had 3 in the middle, so they should have always had a man open. But we stayed very compact in defence, which I think obviously when Chelsea won the league a couple of seasons ago when Mourinho was there, that is what they do. They hit on Mourinho's team, at least. Anyway, they stay very compact, which I'm looking forward to this season. We were quite compact last season under Van Gaal, but we also, under Mourinho, we will be able to go forward and defend, whereas under Van Gaal, it was just pretty much, try and set up not to lose the game rather than, like, actually try and go forward as well. We were always playing the game in our half last season, pretty much. Never, ever going into the opposition half and actually expressing ourselves. And that's another thing that I've noticed as well. Even last weekend, straight away, it just hit me. It was like, you had Lingard, Martial and Rooney and Ibra. The interchange between those 4 last weekend was unbelievable. Like, you'd have Jesse Lingard popping up on the left, on the right, through the middle. You'd have Ibra popping up on the left, sometimes on the right, dropping in. Rooney would advance forward. Martial would sometimes advance forward. So, like, you can already see, and it happened again yesterday with Mata, Rooney, Martial and Ibrahimovic. Like, the interchange was just unbelievable. It was very good. And I can't wait to see how Mkhitaryan's going to come into that as well. Because again, he can play number 10. He can play wide. Anywhere behind the striker. And yeah, so the first half was very boring. Like I said, we dominated possession, but again, Bournemouth showed great energy. But the 45th first minute, bit of luck. But, any day nowadays in the Barclays Premier League, however a goal goes in, you will goddamn well take it, because the Premier League is just getting harder and harder each year. And so Herrera pings a ball over the top. Looked a bit of a hopeless one. Probably the slowest person on our team. Juan Mata chases it down. And, that's what good players do, They do chase the ball down when they know they're not going to get it. And he did get a bit of luck. I think it was Francis, the Bournemouth centre-back, underhit a back pass, similar to what Fellaini did last weekend for Jamie Vardy. But Mata carries on. Does get it. I think he does try and pass it to Ibrahimovic. But he just toes it straight into the keeper. I don't think he could quite get his whole foot round it to get it to Ibra. But then fortunately for us anyway, it bounces off of the keeper, hits the defender again, and then Juan Mata has an easy tap in with his right foot to give us a 1-0 lead going into half-time. Now at half-time I'm thinking, are we literally just going to maybe do Mourinho's special phrase and park the bus? Or are we still going to go out there, the front four, are they still going to express themselves, take people on like they have been? Well, actually, they hadn't really been doing that until the second half. But, keep that interchange movement going between the front four. So, yeah, second half comes about. 51 minutes in, we get a very good chance. We hadn't had a bet. Rooney did have another chance, actually, earlier on in the first half, which he side-footed straight into the keeper's hands. Maybe should have done a bit better from that sort of situation, given Wayne Rooney's ability to strike a football, but hit it straight at Boruc. But anyway, Fellaini, De Gea kicks it up to Fellaini. Fellaini with the big knock-on, who actually had 98% pass accuracy. He only misplaced one pass the whole game. Now, you would not associate Marouane Fellaini with that sort of stats, but he had 98% pass accuracy and no elbows. So, round of applause for Fellaini there. So yeah, Fellaini wins the flick on. Ibrahimovic with a swazzy back heel, side foot, outside of the foot, whatever you want to call it, ball over the top. Rooney runs on. He absolutely gives Steve Cook the elbow. Not really the elbow, but like the shrug. Shrugs him off. And then just bottled it, really, didn't they? One-on-one with Boruc. The only words I can think of is bottled it. But that was a very good chance to, even put the game to bed probably there and then, because then if the other situations had still happened, then obviously it would have been a lot easier for us. But so Rooney did miss, but then we were still the dominant team. Bournemouth still had a lot of energy to give. I mean, they were still pressing us quite high up to the hour mark, but I think by then it was more or less game over, because I think a few minutes after Rooney did miss, Valencia and Mata link up really well down the right-hand side. Mata did a little back heel down the line. Got a little bit lucky again. Josh King did track all the way back with Valencia, but he did get lucky to get the ball back. He does cross it in on the half volley. Martial, you're thinking Van Persie. Is it Van Persie? Is it going to be a Van Persie moment? Far from it. Martial connects with the volley, mishits it into the ground, and then Rooney is there, who did actually go for the initial header when Valencia crossed it. Martial mishits it into the ground, into Rooney, and bosh! Rooney does make it 2-0. And with his performance, I think he did need that goal, but also it just still shows that he has got that instinct to, be in and around the box. And that's why Mourinho said he wasn't going to be playing as a holding midfielder 50 yards from his own goal. Because he can still score goals, which, is very good, obviously. Which means that he does still have a vital role to play in this team. Because we have got options now behind, for those sort of the right side, the middle, and the left-hand side, we now have options. I mean, if you look at it, we've got, for the right-hand side, we've got Mata, Lingard, and Mkhitaryan. That's three very good players that could all fill in that spot. In the middle, you've got Mkhitaryan, Mata, Rooney. Again, three players that can easily play that spot. Out on the left, you got Ashley Young, Memphis Depay, Anthony Martial. Again, we got 3 players in each position, so Rooney, I think, needs to be careful, and we got Pogba to come into that team as well. I mean, I was just kidding to myself yesterday. I was like, Pogba's not even playing, and we are scoring 3 goals. Fuck me, imagine if he is playing, we'll be getting double figures, boys. So yeah, Rooney does get that goal, fairly deserved, but I don't think he played to his best. And then the way to kill a game off, which we didn't do under Van Gaal at all, I think 5-6 minutes between the 2 goals. Rooney scores early on in the 50th something minute, and then 5-6 minutes later, Martial again picked up the ball, ran. Actually, Ibrahimovic had a free kick just before that. Martial ran through, and as he was about to pull the trigger, obviously it was probably going to go in, he gets clipped, and then Ibrahimovic takes the free kick. Artur Boruc dives across, and he actually punches the ball. The free kick was straight down the middle, but the pace that he managed to get on that and keep it up and down as well was unbelievable. And then he came in with a bloody scissor kick, didn't he? But yeah, Martial picks up the ball inside left, goes diagonally across the pitch, overhits the touch, or over... I don't know what word I'm looking for there. Let's just say he takes a heavy touch, or he might have got tackled actually, I can't remember. And then Ibrahimovic says, I got this, Anthony, I got this. Takes a couple of touches forward, sees the goal, bang, right, hard and low. It does go through a defender's legs, but the thing that I like most about that goal is Anthony Martial's reaction. If you see him, if you watch it back, he gives the biggest fist pump I've ever seen. Because there's been a lot of talk about Martial recently, whether he's like happy. There was a whole thing about his shirt number, that sort of stuff. For me, like personally, I really hope he is happy because he's like 20, 21 years old. He's gonna be a great player. But the thing that I did like most about that Ibrahimovic goal was Martial's reaction. It was unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, go back and watch it because he does give a massive fist pump. And he got 2 assists as well. So I mean, it's not like he played bad. He did get substituted again, but I don't think he's properly there yet in terms of like match sharpness and stuff. Because like he had that one run in the first half, and that was about all he did, where he stood his man up, went inside, had a shot. It did go miles wide, but that was the only thing that he actually did in the first half, pretty much. But so yeah, 3-0 up. Ibrahimovic runs over towards the bench, sort of thing, to celebrate, and you see Mourinho in the background giving it all this and that. And he honestly thought, he got asked a question actually about why he only celebrated the 3rd goal. And he obviously said, at 3-0 you would think the game is over, but obviously it turned out to be wrong because in the 68th minute or 70th minute, somewhere around there, last sort of 20 minutes, 15-20, Bournemouth come on the attack, and I can't remember his first name, but Smith, the right back. I remember watching a Bournemouth game back in like December, and he scored an absolute worldie. And yeah, this one was pretty similar. He bit of Martial, I think, switched off. He didn't track the run. He was sort of in the right position, but he just needed to be a little bit further back, and then he would have got the ball. But he was sort of quite static, not on his toes. Luke Shaw, I think, had been dragged over. Fellaini and Blin tried to block the shot, and I think Bailly threw himself at it. But yeah, Smith got the ball, cut inside, left foot, near post. De Gea didn't really have a chance. I don't think it was like top corner, but it was a very good goal. So fair play to him. And yeah, the last point that I want to say is Eric Bailly. Like, early on in his career, I know he's only played like 3 games, but he looks something special, doesn't he? He literally looks like the Black Nemanja Vidic. Like, there was one, we got given the free kick yesterday, and this is when you can tell someone doesn't give a fuck about what they do. We got given the free kick in the middle of the pitch. Josh King then took the ball down. Referee had already blown the whistle. Eric Bailly comes in and absolutely cleans him out, and he does about 4 or 5 rolls on the floor. But he absolutely cleans him out after the whistle goes, and I'm just thinking to myself, whoo, damn, son. And he got him again as well in the second half, but he actually did get the ball on this one, and all the Bournemouth fans were moaning. All the players were moaning, but he actually got the ball. I think it was when King took it down. He was about to take it inside, and Bailly hooks it away with his left foot, but he sort of like gives him the hip, like here sort of thing. He like barges him and kicks it at the same time, and again he stays down. But what a great player. Man of the match last weekend, fully deserved. Man of the match yesterday, fully deserved. And a player that didn't really get much praise, and I thought did actually do quite well, got the 90 minutes on his 27th birthday, was Ander Herrera. I thought he had a great game in there with Marouane Fellaini. As I said, Fellaini did very well with the ball yesterday, 98% pass accuracy. Herrera did a few good, obviously he played that ball over the top. It was a nothing ball, but turned out to be a goal. So I mean, if you don't play those balls sometimes, you don't get the end product. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Very satisfied with the performance, obviously. Ibrahimovic getting a goal. You know, I couldn't have asked for much more, to be honest. So yeah, hopefully we can kick on again and go again on Friday. We play Southampton. And a certain someone will most likely come in. It'll be interesting to see what he does go with a lineup for that game. I would love to see, Schneiderlin did come on yesterday. I would love to see Schneiderlin and Pogba start as the two holding players. Let Schneiderlin do all the dirty work, cut the balls out, slide tackle people, do all of that sort of stuff, and just let Pogba bomb on, do what he does best, and hopefully he can grab it. If he can grab himself a goal, I'll be getting knocks on the door asking if something's going on in my house, because I will scream, because I can't wait to see him play in a red shirt. Like, it's gonna be unbelievable. But that is gonna wrap this video up, guys. Make sure you do subscribe to the channel, because there is going to be so much more football videos coming soon. Also, FIFA comes out in like a month, so there will be new FIFA videos. But for now, until FIFA, it's going to be mainly sort of these kind of videos. So yeah, if you have enjoyed it, guys, please make sure you drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.